Hey guys, this is Trickster here again with another video. Now, if you have a Pioneer product, especially a Pioneer Elite product, then you might have this issue. Alright? Any Pioneer product that can be updated through firmware or whatnot, unfortunately has this issue, and you might accidentally cause the same problem that I caused to my equipment if you do not watch this video or a video like this entailing this type of situation. Now, you can system reset your Pioneer product. I've tried that many times. I've tried many different things and failed miserably at it. Unfortunately, this item cannot be updated at any point until either there's a new firmware update with a higher number than the corrupted firmware that I installed on it, or, unfortunately, you get the board replaced. I can only think of those two options. Customer service was not too helpful in getting it replaced or repaired, unfortunately, and that's a real unfortunate fact when it comes to Pioneer. I really haven't had a good experience, but whatever. As you can see here, video passed through very nicely. It makes for a nice, elegant HDMI switcher if you ever seen one of those. It works just great for switching HDMI. However, it doesn't send audio through. See? Not even through to the TV. Just weird. I check out the firmware, you will see there's question marks inside the firmware numbers. Those question marks means that the firmware was not installed properly, and it is now corrupted.
Bother me? Come on and bother me then, I guess.
Where's that receiver?
On the floor, right there.
What's wrong with the other receiver?
It's not working.
No sound coming out of it? No speakers out?
Jesus Christ, you want to add on to my video or what? No. Okay, great.
Alright, so I did buy this one used, and the only reason why I bought it used is because I already had a used one, and I mean I had a brand new one, but it's used by me, of course. And of course I wanted to kind of match what the repair cost would probably be to get one of these things, the firmware, I don't know, fixed or the board replaced or whatever they would have to do. So instead of doing that, I decided to just go out and get the cheapest one that I could possibly find used and replace it. This was actually in pretty good shape. I would say, in fact, it's in better shape than the one that I actually had and own, which is great. This is also good news for you guys, whoever is interested. I will be giving away this Pioneer right here, Elite SC-LX501. Whoever is interested. Of course, I already know this is probably not gonna work out, but let's say 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. 1,000, because my channel is so ridiculously unpopular, and this video will never get 1,000 likes. I would say 1,000 likes. I will give this thing away to the first person who screen caps that they are the 1,000th liked. The Pioneer Elite receiver actually, more than likely, will come back to life once it's updated. So, it's worth some money.
Out of the box, not the firmware issue.
Alright, so after setting up the firmware for the new one, Obviously you can see here, I went through and set up all the speakers. Exactly the same thing I did when the firmware cut out. The firmware actually died when I was working on setting up the surround sound with Adobe Atmos through my computer, which is weird, but I guess that was the choking point for the firmware. That was weird anyway. But when you check for your firmware, you're going to see here in a second, you're going to go through the menus and you'll see your firmware number. If you see any question marks in that firmware, that means that your firmware is corrupted. And here is exactly how that happens. And I'm going to show it to you right now because I'm going to update the firmware on this one as well. So you'll see. So you go to the menus, go to your firmware update.
Really old firmware though.
And there you have it. Those are your numbers there.
Let's do it. Let's do the thing that killed the other one.
Alright, so what you're gonna do, smack a flash drive in there. I put my old crusty one inside there, with the firmware of course on there. And then you're gonna go to your screen, because of course you just need a screen to work this for some odd reason. And you're gonna select USB, which will be highlighted. I would say don't do it through the net. If you would like to do it through the net, I don't know what you'd be getting, but the USB one, I mean, at least you know exactly what you're getting, you know, with this update. Alright, just like the other one, you would see it saying updating and the percentage will be going up with due time. According to the screen, before it blacked out on us, it'll take approximately 30 minutes. Alright, so while this runs, I might as well tell you guys a couple things. Once the number on the screen gets to 100%, it will do something that is very, very misleading. And this is one of the this is the thing that will cause you to lose all your money, lose your device, and whatever else if you haven't seen a video like this or somebody did mention it or whatnot. Here's the antenna that came. It came broken, so I already had one. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, once it reaches 100%, it's going to say something that it probably should not say. And Pioneer, maybe you should probably change this to please hold, or please wait, processing, validating, anything like that would just be fantastic. But putting on the screen, complete, which is what you're going to see in a second. Boom! Completed. That right there is the most misleading thing. And it's so misleading, and I'll tell you why in a second, that I will actually slow the video down here. So, right now, you're seeing this in actual time. This is real time right now. And it's saying it is completed, but it's not completed. Right now, it's actually installing the firmware, which is just, it's sad that they would put that on there, and then there wouldn't be anything like a progress bar, maybe a little spinning wheel animation, a flashing light, or something to give you this idea that it's processing, it's installing important information, or it's doing something to help, well, I don't know, help the device. There should be something on here, or some indication, like if it says completed, it should be something that says please hold, or like dots flashing next to it. You know what I mean? Anybody who's installed anything firmware wise, even on a computer or anywhere, has some sort of progress bar or something to indicate that some installation's going on. So when I saw this the first time on the other one, I waited for the longest time. It was, I would say maybe, it probably was a little longer than this one's taking right now. This one's going to be short, but I think it took a little longer for mine to get done the first time. And I said, well, the screen says it's completed, so I might as well just go ahead and hit that little power button there, because it's completed, right? I would say it would be nice if anything, disable the power button. You know what I mean? Disable that. So if it's completed, something's still being processed, and it's not saying it, disable the power button so you can't actually click it. You just click it, it doesn't do nothing. You know what I mean? But in my case, the power button still worked like normal. It cut out, and then I turned it back on, and it came on, and it initialized and everything, just like you did a factory reset or whatnot. Which was what I thought was correct, but it was incorrect because then it ran the second part of the update again, and then I sat there and waited for it to get to the completed screen a second time. When it got done, everything was kind of like factory restored, but it wasn't like correct. Like some things were a little iffy. And then when I got to the Adobe Atmos screen, an unfortunate thing happened there where the receiver, it was doing a test on all the speakers, like the front, left, right, rear, and then all of a sudden it just stopped making sound at like the rear, one of the rear back ones. And that was it. So as you can see here, it says completed for, I would say, approximately 4 minutes, and then it shuts off on its own. Not saying stand by or will automatically shut down, or completing, or loading, or installing. It doesn't do that. So if you go up and you think it's completed, it says completed, and you hit that power button, you corrupted your firmware, and your receiver is dead.
What's the solution? Already. Look at that. It's working right out of the freaking box.
Go. I was testing it out. It's pretty nice.
Oh, you can't do that.
So after configuring everything, I ran this test. I'm just affirming that the method that I used this time worked, and the first one did not. Pretty much waiting. Like, not many people are going to have patience to wait for 4 minutes. So having that progress bar on there really will help people out. I'm not sending a message directly to Pioneer, but I'm just saying, not having the progress bar, not having any indication that some sort of process is going on to continue the installation, and saying completed really does not help people out.
That's the same one. Yeah, it's working now. Good. So it's my own screw up with firmware.
Okay, unfortunately, you guys will not be able to hear what it sounds like on this guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, unfortunately, the sound it's pretty good, but you won't be able to hear it because the surround sound is not being picked up by the microphone, and even at that, I don't know how to translate over to your speakers if you didn't have surround sound. So, but it sounds pretty amazing if you guys were able to hear it. Unfortunately, it cost me a lot to get this thing fixed or replaced in this case.
That's all good.
Don't make the same mistake.
That's it for the video.
Alright guys, it's been nice. I really would like if you guys could hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, get notified when I'm gonna upload videos, because I will be uploading videos like crazy in the upcoming months. If you choose not to, it's okay, it's fine. I understand these videos are a little bit on the cheapo side right now, okay? I'm still working on improving those things, alright? But if you're interested, also hit that subscribe button right there on your screen. You can see it's red. Be good if you just click that. There's a thumbs up button as well. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, I'm so sorry about that. You can go ahead and hit that thumbs up button as well. I appreciate the fact that you've given me thumbs ups.